Okay, so I am freaking out because so I'm watching Hannibal, and I had planned to for the second season, just record my reactions to the first episode and the last episode of season two. But I am freaking the hell out. I've got two more episodes of season two. I cannot let this go without recording my reaction to this because I am freaking out. I don't know what's happening. I am just going out of my mind. So I'm gonna first go wash my hair, and then we are gonna get started with the last two episodes of Hannibal season two. There's gonna be a lot of swearing. I'll tell you that right now. Okay, so I've had a second to calm down. I am now ready to watch the last two episodes of season two of Hannibal. I'm sure I won't be calm for long. Okay, Freddy alive. That messed me up. That messed me up because I was starting to think, like, is Will going back to Hannibal? Like, is it a trick, basically? Is he faking all of this in order to try and catch Hannibal? But then it was like, well, maybe even if he started doing that, he's not doing it anymore because she seemed pretty dead and it seems like he's killing people and eating people. And I was like, I just want my sweet baby Hufflepuff back. Maybe? Maybe? Where is this going? I don't know. Let's find out. Okay, I think that Hannibal is starting to suspect Will, which makes me nervous because this guy is tricky. I gotta say that if I were to choose one word to describe Mason, it would not be discourteous. One should always try to eat the rude. I mean, is this a precursor to Eat the Rich, which you know I support, but gosh, this show has changed that a little bit. A little bit. So Will just said Mason Verger is a pig and he deserves to be somebody's bacon. Fair. For as visual as this show is, I can't imagine how amazing it would be to watch this as a play and to see these two actors just like sitting across from each other. I mean, oh god, intensity. Before we get too far into this, there is something else that I've been concerned with, is that Will is still having hallucinations, which I feel like, I mean, that if it's caused by, I forget what it's called, where his brain was like on fire, and if that is being treated, I would assume that that shouldn't still be happening. And it's not like it was, it's better, but I just feel like he's seeing things that he shouldn't be seeing. Like, and it's great for the story, it's great for the visualization for the show, but, like, how sick is he still? Whenever either one of them do that, like, barely there smile, whoa. So Mason just stabbed the leather chair, and that just slight opening of the mouth, that, like, that's the biggest reaction Hannibal's ever had to anything. Okay, this is what I wanted. So Jack and Will are talking about trying to catch Hannibal and, like, strategy and, like, yes! Jack, I love and appreciate you, but I'm not sure you're as good a fisherman as Will, and I mean, I know Will is good, but Hannibal is good as well. Dr. Du Maurier, this will be interesting. I am excited to see this. What is she gonna say? I'm thinking it's gotta be more than we already suspect, that he was involved in the death of the patient who attacked her. She has to know more than that. So maybe Hannibal didn't kill the guy himself. Maybe he, like, influenced her in some way to do it, like taught her or gave her the idea or something, that maybe that's what happened. That's more interesting, but I still want to know more. But hold on a second. So if you're saying someone swallowed their tongue, I mean, isn't it relevant to the report that it was not where it should have been? In the way it should have been there? Because I feel like that gives swallowed their tongue a different meaning. There's always a lot of shadow in this show, especially in Hannibal's office. But the way that they are filming this conversation between Will and Hannibal, that is not just shadowed, but like to the point where you can't see their full face. Wow. This is good TV. Okay, so we have now another scene with Dr. Du Maurier, this time talking to Jack. Okay. I think we're going to get some more information here. What is with that barely there smile? What is she hiding? Okay, I don't get this. Because I want them to catch Hannibal, and I would think that she would want that too. And it's not that she's not helping, but she's stressing me out. Is eating with the fork facing down like a well-known fancy thing? Because everybody does that. Like, not just Hannibal. Like, maybe they're doing it because they see him doing it and he's a fancy eater. Let's just say, I guess. But, like, the whole, like, the tasting with the fork is like, I don't eat like that. Okay, so Mason sent those 3 guys to kill Hannibal. Okay, I believe that. But now that we're in a fight scene, let me just say, so Hannibal is like a very composed character, and yet quite good at fighting. He's got him strung up. I shouldn't have smiled so big when I said that. Okay, so here's my next question. Is Mason intending to kill Hannibal, or does Mason intend Will to kill Hannibal? Okay, here's the thing about what just happened. So he sets Hannibal free, but then is knocked out, which means that he's not going to remember what happens next, which means that Hannibal gets to decide what happens next, which means danger. Let me register my guess right now. Okay, Will has just woken up. There's blood on the floor. How much do you want to bet that Hannibal is going to set it up to make it look like Will did this? How much do you want to bet? Those are interesting blood patterns, spray patterns. What is it called? I don't know. I watched Dexter. You'd think I should know this. The pattern that the blood makes when it's not in a person, they're in weird shapes. Is that only one guy? Is that like one of the guys? Okay, so Mason is still alive, but tick-tock, not for long. Does he want information from Mason? Like, what could he know that he would want to find out? I am enchanted and terrified. That's it. That's the show. So he's trying to get Mason to kill himself? I don't think that'll work. I mean, he may do it, but I don't think he'll get away with that. I feel like Winston knows something, and I don't feel like it's something good. Where are all the other puppies? Okay. So, either he's feeding the dogs to the dogs, or he's feeding himself to the dogs. I'm going to go ahead and say I hope he's feeding himself to the dogs. That's a new one. I'll also go ahead and say now, before I continue with this episode, that I cannot overstate how much this show has shown me things that I have never seen before, never wanted to see, never could have imagined seeing, and yet I have seen so many of them. They haven't shown Mason yet, but I know it's seconds away, And I know that I'm not prepared. I've never been so grateful for shadows. The scene is still going on, and I have to think that at a certain point this becomes unrealistic because how is he not dead? Okay, so I'm sure that if they would have just stopped him from. He would have died from blood loss. But Hannibal snapped his neck right in front of Will. I know what the plan is, and yet I'm not sure what's next. And here they go again, messing with stuff. So there's a scene with Jack talking to, at this point, just the voice of Mr. Verger. Is it a flashback? Have I been duped again? I don't know. What the fuck? I mean, okay, is it really Mason? Is it possible that they are somehow faking this? Okay, enter Margot. This is about to reach 11. Achilles and Patroclus? Interesting choice. Also, makes me think, okay, so I was once in the fandom side of Tumblr. Didn't watch the show at the time, but am I correct that people shipped Will and Hannibal together? Because I have that sense of that memory that was a thing. And like I don't get it. I don't see it. I don't know what season 3 includes, but Achilles and Patroclus. Okay. So I would agree that this is not sustainable. However, Hannibal has been getting away with this for, I presume, quite a long time. Okay, so I presume that Will has to know that if Hannibal, like, reveals himself to Jack as the Chesapeake Ripper, that means that Hannibal is going to kill Jack. Which, I mean, we saw what happened in the first episode. That, like, flash forward thing. So, you might want to be a little bit careful, Will. Okay, so that's the end of the episode. There's one more episode in season 2. So what does the truth even mean to someone like Hannibal? I'm very worried about Jack. I don't see how they're going to wrap this up. Although, honestly, they didn't really wrap up season 1. It just kind of continued. And here's the thing. Here's the other thing I should mention. I never saw the movie Hannibal. I've never read the book it's based on. So I don't know where this ends up. I have no clue. I mean, I know. Okay, so like Hannibal is in jail. That's the only. I don't know anything. Next episode.